Hi everyone, Indigo Twin here. Welcome. We all just come out of a interesting full moon lunar eclipse experience. Um, well, the energies are going to be changing. That is evident. Astrologically, Mercury will be going direct again later in the week. We're just coming off the last effects of the full moon. So hopefully we did a lot of clearing, a lot of letting go, because that is so important to this journey. So I have the reading for you this week, beginning the 19th of September. And here is a few things. Now, it's an interesting set of cards this week. Interestingly enough, is that last week you may remember that the Air and the Horus card were in exactly the same positions over here in the masculine. So that's interesting. It just tells me that we're really sort of starting to learn this dance, the balancing act. So one week it's the masculine doing the work, the other week it's the feminine doing the work. So yeah, a lot of energies, but a lot of, let's just say it's interesting, very interesting this week with what's going on. So okay, let's first of all, the water card coming up here, water. Okay, now water is another element, and of course another son of Horus. Now, immediately, what do we associate with water? It's emotions. Okay, so in the masculine, in the past energies, that makes a lot of sense because the masculine has been going through a lot of emotional things. Now, particularly if your masculine twin is in a water sign, then certainly with Pisces, being a Pisces moon, they would have had a lot of things to deal with. So if they've been separated, they've felt separate, you haven't been able to communicate as well, it's because they're just going through a lot of emotions right now, a lot of reflection in life. There's a lot of intensity. So as I said, this is another son of Horus, and Horus was this one here, is the human-headed guardian. Okay, so it does represent, this card does represent the moon in astrology. So it's very much, to me, comes off this whole full moon effects that have been going on. Now, what we've got here coming up below that, so right in sort of the present, so or you could more or less say sort of towards the middle of the week almost, Anubis. Okay, so what is Anubis? You may have, a lot of you, you've heard about Anubis and you might associate it with dark energies or things like that. That's not the case. Okay, Anubis being is the, he's a jackal or a hunting dog, okay? He's a protector and guardian. There's divine. He's also a jester, okay? So he's a little bit, the funny side of things. He, and also he's the opener of ways. So what Anubis brings here is coming off these emotions, is starting to open the doors, okay, starting to shed some light and bring some humor into it. It's like, hey guys, listen, you've been going through a lot of emotions here right now, but it's time to let go of that stuff. Come on, let's bring back some humor. All right, let's lighten up a little bit. Okay, that's what Anubis is basically saying here. So there's a lot of, it's navigation. It is protection at all levels. So he's he's a little bit guarded, but he's starting to sort of lighten up a little bit, for a better term. Now, interestingly enough, this card has been coming up for the last few weeks. The buckle of Isis, once again, in the masculine. Okay, I know it came up in the middle last week between the union, but it's back into the masculine. So the masculine again is weighing up his options. Okay, and you're probably sitting there going, oh no, not again, not again. Okay. It is, look, it's quite a feminine card, okay? It's a ceremonial buckle of Isis. It's carved stone that sort of is representation of basically the womb. So if you can imagine what's happening here is there's this birth, okay? There's this birth coming up, okay? So we still have that. It's a lot of growth with sacrifice. So he's still weighing up his options. All right, if I do this, what will happen? If I do this, go down this path, what will happen? So that's what's going on with the masculine. It's not a bad thing, but look, all in divine timing is what I say. Now, interestingly enough, we have over here the Thoth card. Now, Thoth, the catechus. Okay, so we've got the catechus here. I'll just pop that up there. All right, we all know the symbol. Okay, we think the Kundalini rising. There's the two serpents twisted around. Okay, the two serpents come twisting around. There's these energies working around. Okay, they're really coming into balance, and that's what I'm thinking. The feminine has been doing some work and really coming to balance here. So when I said in divine timing, Thoth is the keeper of time. He's also the keeper of the Akashic records. He's ascribed to the gods and the patron of healers. I know you've often seen this sign in medicine and things like that. So he would be he's the more logical healer, whereas Isis is more of the emotional healer. Okay, so this is like a real sense of there's just a bit more energy in this healing. So really, really, really continue what you're doing, feminines, because it is helping. Okay, this card represents fate. It's all about karma, healing, health, law, education, scholarships. It's learning to master your skills. Okay, so the meditations that you've been doing, the healing work, the clearing work, really, really master those skills. Okay, now, this is almost a repeat of last week, but we have this in the feminine. So whereby last week we were talking about, again, the air being the hawk-headed guardian, another son of Horus. It's all about the intellect, travel, communication, speed. Okay, we're working, we're clearing out those cobwebs, kind of what the masculine was doing. He cleared out some cobwebs last week. He really did. But then he's now reassessing that. So that's kind of where that pattern is happening here. So we're working through that now. We're clearing out, going, okay, we've been doing the work. What else do we need to clear out? Because we've always got things to clear out. We must remember that. Always have things to clear out. So that's where the feminine is going. Now, here we go, down to Horus, the all-seeing eye, the son of divine Osiris and Isis. He's the redeemer, the patron of homes and families, bringing things together, physical healing, courage, heroism, harmony, artistry, beauty, creativity, family. Okay, it's really, it's a nurturing of your family, or if not your actual family, the family that you've created around you. That's what this is, and I can see everyone's looking to the card in the middle there. We know what this is because that kind of come up as an overarching last week. But let's go with this, all right? So with Horus, there is that sense of really needing to, continue with our healing work. I mean, that is absolutely important. Absolutely important. We can't dismiss that. So that's kind of where we're at as far as the feminine and masculine. Now let's go up to here. Cyrus. Okay, so you may have heard about Cyrus. What have we got here? The star, the obelisk. Card number 15. Okay, Cyrus. I'm going to take a deep breath here because I've got some Cyrus energies coming through. This has been really strong. I actually had last night when I was doing my meditations, I actually drew in a lot of Cyrus type energies. So it is, just bear with me for a second. It's the star of the ancients. The ancients. It's like another civilization, another lost civilization. However, what we've got happening here is there are such things as Cyrus beings. Okay, it is the constellation. Now, interestingly enough, it's the constellation in the sky in the Canis Major. Legend has it that as its appearance of Cyrus just before sunrise occurred before the flooding of the Nile. So take that in for a minute. Those energies occurred just before the flooding of the Nile. Now, the flooding of the Nile wasn't a detrimental thing back in ancient Egyptian times. It was a good thing. Okay, this is what brought the food, the harvest. Okay, so having these Syrian energies is actually a good thing. It is all about universal awareness, travel, pioneering, adventure, physical strength. I mean, hello, that is the twin flame journey in a nutshell. So I've got a piece here that I would like to read to you about Cyrus and the symbolism of it. So it actually has some of the earliest known Egyptian deities were said to be encapsulated in an obelisk called Benben, or sometimes referred to as a manifestation of the god himself. The obelisk is accompanied by the hieroglyph meaning star, the two together representing Cyrus, or as it was called by Egyptians, Sothis. One explanation for the legend could be that in the distant past an obelisk-type object was used to transmit or receive signals from the Cyrus system, and that the Egyptians, the Dogons and other peoples had been taught about it by even earlier race that history has failed to record for posterity. The writings of Plato and the tales told by Silenus to Midas, so well recorded in the classic mythology of ancient Greece, may help to explain this. Cyrus is a white star in the constellation of Canis Major, as I mentioned earlier, some 8 light years away from Earth, and one of the brightest stars in the heavens. So take a look at the brightest star in the heavens tonight if you can. The ancient Egyptians featured it in their religion and calendar. The dog days being reckoned from its heliacal rising, they called it Sothis and linked it with Isis and the zodiacal sign of Virgo. Interesting enough. Okay, we have Sun in Virgo. However, the Egyptians were not the only ancient race to accord special powers to this stellar beacon. The Dogons, an African tribe living in Mali, were well acquainted with it centuries ago, their knowledge blatantly defying the belief that the ancient world could not possess such advanced astronomical data. Okay, we've sort of, since there's a lot of science around that. So with the Cyrus energies, again, I get this sense that we've got divine beings are with us. They're watching us. They're guiding us, leading us to that point. Now, going down, interestingly enough, we're talking about the ancient Egyptians, and we have the pyramid. The pyramid. What is a pyramid? It is a symbol of evolution of the soul through times. That's what the pyramid represents. It is initiation. It's timelessness, preservation. Everything about the pyramid says what's going on is all in divine timing. The preservation of us, it's there. It's there. We still need to do the work. We still need to be doing the work that's required. Okay? It's important. It's largely important. I cannot emphasize it enough. Okay? The pyramid, we're talking about the Sirius energies, the light coming down. Okay? And then, of course, I love this card. The Isis Oracle that I use, I actually pulled this card last night, and there's a beautiful exercise in it. And just basically saying, if you draw this diagram on a piece of paper, put everything that you hold dear, everything that you want to manifest, up into the circle up the top. Okay? And put it in a place where you'll see it. Okay? What more can I say about Ankh? The key to life. It's the power of the gods to unlock the door to immortality. This is what it is. It's the life force, the understanding, the emotional. It is, like I said, it's one of the most ultimate twin flame cards. It doesn't get better than this, okay? This is what we're striving for. This is what we're working towards. Yes, I know we still have some healing to do. We still had some growth to do. This is what's happening here. But remember, our union is protected. It's overseen. It's protected. It's overseen. We still have the work to do. It's still there. It's all about the process. All about the process. Now, okay, I'm just going to pull a card, our card here. Of course, Isis. The throne. The beautiful divine goddess Isis. I'll just pop that right there. Isis, as I said, she's about the magical arts. We've actually, the physical, not so much the physical healing, but the emotional healing. Physical healing represented by Horus, and then also with Thoth, we're sort of looking at the intellect. She's about the emotions. This is about the beauty, the creativity, okay? The possible made possible from beyond and at hand. Release your fears. Isis is about releasing your fears. Isis did not fear Set when he destroyed Osiris. She went out and picked up the fragments. Okay? What this card is asking you, what I'm being guided to tell you, is that you need to start retrieving all those soul fragments that have been lost. You can do this on behalf of your twin, but it's really important if you do this for yourself. So we want to be doing some clearing. We want to be able to call on Isis in times of need. Whenever you feel despair, call on Isis. She is there to guide you. She's always there to protect you, to help you. Release your fears to her. Always turn to her in the times of need. She's there for you. She really is. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle. I don't think I can, there's not a lot more that I can say about this reading. It is looking a lot better than it did last week. There is some progress happening. It is slow, but all in divine timing. I mean, we have our pyramid there. We have what we're striving for. We are protected by beautiful goddess Isis. Okay, there's not a lot to say. not a lot more to say in regards to that. So let's just sit quietly whilst I shuffle the Isis cards and ask for Lady Isis's guidance. I ask Lady Isis for guidance right now to share this guidance amongst all of us who are listening right now. Okay, almost like that. Something wanted to jump out there, but it didn't quite make it. So, we have the talismans of potency. Okay. Charging sacred objects of power. I don't know if you can really see that. She's really... Yeah, there's a lot of reflection there, but it's interesting. It's almost got a violet, beautiful violet tinge. Okay, so let's read what that says. Okay, sorry, I've just opened this. And this, of course, is the Alana Fairchild deck, which I really, really love working with. Some beautiful meditations, and they really do help a lot. So, the charging sacred objects of power. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth too. You are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. These objects might be a wand, a chalice or sword, a bowl, or even a special tile with an image that you love, a statue, cloth with beautiful design, a natural crystal or a black mirror or a rock, shell or feather you found waiting for you whilst out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it is wise to ask the spirit of the earth if the item in question is intended for your healing work. And if you feel it is, then of course receive it with gratitude. If not, bless it and move on. This oracle is seeking to draw your awareness to your special ability to work with material objects, to awaken spiritual light within them. The material world is filled with light, and our loving attention can help awaken that light within form. In the same way that someone seeing the best in you, knowing what you are truly capable of, can help you reach your dreams and become that self more fully, so too can holding an awareness that just like our bodies, the material world holds its own light and benefits from love, attention and care. This is the loving art of integrating spirit into matter, and as part of your spiritual potency and healing gift, to be able to love the physical world as an element of your spiritual journey. Objects become talismans when they are cleansed, dedicated and charged with sacred intent. This is a consecration or the rendering of something into sacredness. Talismans are a way to enjoy a spiritual relationship with the material world. It is not a matter of not being able to work without them, but more of enjoyment and beauty of working with the material world in a spiritual way. This is also a way to heal any difficulty or difficult relationship that you may have had with your mother or your body, or with eating and food, or with financial or physical security. It can also include difficulties in bringing your ideas into physical form, living your path in a practical and material way, and any other issues that stem from a wounded relationship to matter, somehow seeing it as less than spirit. What wonderful and varied healing effects talismans can bring to us. It all starts with honouring of light in the matter, the sacredness of the material world. If you have been considering working with crystals for healing or tarot cards or physical tools for spiritual growth, you are encouraged to do so by the Oracle of Talismans of Potency. They will help you grow and empower you. If you have an object in your space that you've been thinking of cleansing, perhaps a crystal or a piece of jewellery, this oracle encourages you to do so using breath or salt, moonlight or sound, or as you so choose. Remember that objects in the material world hold vibrations too. Cleansing with love and intention to dissipate negative energy is a way to care for the material world, helping awaken the light within it. If you have been considering building sacred jewellery or purchasing a crystal or other healing tool, you are encouraged to do so and to learn to work with it. The Oracle of Talismans of Potency supports you in honouring the physical world and its beauty in your life in this way. Now, going on to the ritual, if you should wish to choose. There's an incantation you can say, which I'll go through after. It's either during the ritual or for a mini blessing and cleansing at any time. So let's go on to the ritual cleansing and charging for talismans. If you need time, just pause and choose your sacred object. Have a piece of silk. Once you have your object, have a piece of silk or cotton or other natural fabric or lovely pattern material ready to hold your object after the ceremony. Say aloud, I call upon the beings that love me unconditionally. I call upon my own soul light for clear intent, power, peace, protection, and unconditional love. Bless this ritual. May all within it be for the greatest good. So be it. Pick up your sacred object now with your left hand and hold your right hand above it. Say, I give thanks for you. I give thanks for the service you will render. And I honour you with care, attention and respect. I cleanse you of all negative energies now. Breathe in deeply and then do 3 fast exhale breaths swiftly over the object, visualizing negative energy being blown away on the breath. Focus on your heart and the crown of your head being filled with light, and that light flowing down through your hands and feet. Visualize the light flowing from your body along your right arm. Half of that energy remains circulating in your body for healing and wellness, while the other half pours out of your right hand into the object until it is filled with light. So much that the light flows out from it and surrounds it. Say, you are cleansed. You are charged with divine light of intent. My intention is for, and this is when you can add your own intention, be it for healing, abundance, strength, clarity, love, power, and so on. Give it your intention that you would like from this object. May this intention manifest for the greatest good and in unconditional love through my own free will, so be it. Keep sending the light and then repeat the following incantation below. After 3 repetitions, wrap your object in a silk or cotton piece of fabric and keep it out of regular view for sacred usage and respect. It is best to redo this exercise if the piece is used a lot for healing or handled by another. I'll just speak with the incantation as I've been doing, just leaving some time for you in order to take in what's being said and to be able to repeat it. So I will repeat it 3 times, so it's just easy to go through this. So just go back into that lovely space. Sacred object from the earth. You are cleansed now from negativity. You are clear and pure light of eternity. Sacred talisman now become. You are charged with light of perfection. You are blessed with divine intention. Sacred talisman, I honour your power. This is your task for every hour. And repeat your intention here. Cleanse and protect my energy field with a shield of impenetrable violet light. Through my own free will, with gratitude in my heart so full. Sacred object from the earth. You are cleansed now from negativity. You are clear and pure light of eternity. Sacred talisman now become. You are charged with light of perfection. You are blessed with divine intention. Sacred talisman, I honour your power. This is your task for every hour. My intention for you is to bring about, cleanse and protect my energy field with a shield of impenetrable violet light, through my own free will, with gratitude in my heart so full. Sacred object from the earth. You are cleansed now from negativity. You are clear and pure light of eternity. Sacred talisman now become. You are charged with light of perfection. You are blessed with divine intention. Sacred talisman, I honour your power. This is your task for every hour. Cleanse and protect my energy field with a shield of impenetrable violet light, through my own free will, with gratitude in my heart so full. So be it. I send you beautiful blessings for this week. Thank you all for your subscriptions and your beautiful comments. Just remind you, I do have places for some personal readings. They're a little bit different to the readings that I do here with the feminine and masculine. I do a short reading, which is like a 1-question star spread. I also do what I call a monthly horoscope reading, which is quite intense, and it talks about all the areas in your life that things will be happening, and give you advice on how to work with those energies. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about them, or about me, please feel free to email me. Oh, getting stumbled for words. I think they're actually telling me that it's time for me to actually just leave you all in peace right now. Blessings for the week ahead, and thank you for joining me this week. Bye for now.